We're at Richland Stadium. This evening we have a
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our NPL Women's Round 3. Lions would like to thank their sponsors, Luxury Paints, Motorama, Schultz Electrical, Copper, Line Break, Red Line Agency, Bailey Ladders and the Lion Richland. Tonight's games are between Lions FC and Gold Coast United. Team tonight...
Any disappointment of a narrow loss against Mitchelton?
Team tonight for Lions, number 3, Georgia Chapman, number 5, Kate Morton, number 6, Rebecca Horsey, number 7, Jamila Riley, number 8, Marielle Hecher, number 10, Tegan Whitey, number 11, Vedrana Popovic, number 15, Lana Harch, number 17, Jessica Hogg, number 19, Savia, and number 20, Alan Hecher.
Bringing you coverage of this round 3 fixture between two of this season's contenders, Lions FC and Gold Coast United. Let's take a look at the team sheets. For Lions FC, in goals, number 20, Ellen Hepburn. Number 3, Georgia Chapman. 5, Kate Morton. 6, Rebecca Horsey. 7, Jamila Riley. 8, Marielle Hecher. 10, Tegan Riding. 11, Vedrana Popovic. 15, Lana Harch. 17, Jessica Hogg. 19, Michaela de Savia. Number 20 is Ellen Hepburn. She's in goals, we know that. On the subs bench is Katie Dale, Elizabeth Schiavo, Tanisha Stanley, Gavernie Kenman and Lorena Maggio. For Gold Coast United, in goals is Megan Keeley-Hawkins. Number 2, Eloise Fryer. 3, Lara Byfield. 4, Charlotte Rayner. 6, Nisa Doyle. Number 7 is Lua Suero. Number 8, Joy Forsyth. Number 9, Mackenzie Atkins. Number 10, Deanna Thompson. 12, Talia Reynolds. 13, Angelica Brown. 14, Imogen Braithwaite. 15, Kimberly Shrimpton. 17, Georgia Elliston. 18, Megan McGilligan. And number 19, Krista Rue. With the whistle tonight is Taylor Schofield. Her assistants are Christy Sharkey and Montana Bailey. So it's a breezy evening here at Richland Stadium. Thankfully there's no rain clouds in the sky that we've had interrupting our games of late. Of course, our fixture last weekend against South United, Southwest Queensland Thunder, was called off. We got about 3 minutes into the game before we got bucketed with rain. There's no chance of that happening tonight, thankfully. So Lions FC have won the toss and they're going from left to right. Gold Coast United will be kicking off first. Good crowd in attendance here at Richland Stadium. And we're underway. It's round 3. Lions FC in the orange shirt and blue shorts, taking on Gold Coast United in the all-white strip. Now both of these teams are new to the competition this year, both clubs accepting licences to enter this competition this year. Of course, both have rich histories. I'll run through that a little bit later. Lions will go into this game as firm favourites. Their form so far in the competition has been nothing short of sensational. For Gold Coast United, if they could take away the first 6 minutes of their season, then they'd be looking just as well. They played Mitchelton in round 1, and after 6 minutes they were 4-0 down. They then went on to narrowly lose that game 4-3. So if you take out that first 6 minutes, their season's looking too bad. Of course, they had a win last week. Forsyth's over the free kick. Just went long, looking for Atkins. Gold Coast with a bit of possession, but turning it straight over. Chapman coming out wide to the Savia. Morton out wide. She's got Tegan riding in the middle, but can't find her. This is McGilligan. Akins is fouled. It's a free kick to Lions. Lions will bring the ball forward, looking to attack. To Jamila Riley. Long range attempt. Just wide of the post. Early shot fired by Lions. That was Georgia Chapman on the ball. Louise Fryer just bunting the ball downfield. Shrimpton couldn't latch up with a teammate. This is Deanna Thompson. Sessions turned over. Hecher can't keep the ball. So this Lions team this evening, the majority of the team last year played as UQFC. However, UQ didn't quite commit the resources to their elite program as the team would have liked, and Lions FC extended the olive branch and offered them to play their home games here. So last season UQFC played their games here at Richland Stadium. The girls all seemed pretty happy and enjoyed their time here. And the new licence process came into play. Lions FC won a submission, of course, and were accepted. As you can see, they've retained most of the players, but they've done that with interest. They've attracted quality players from all over the competition. Tegan riding up front used to play for Easts. This is Hecher. He's one of the originals from last season. Free kick to Lions. Thompson going in a little bit too strong. So yes, Lions have recruited a few players from other teams in the competition. So the shot comes in from Hecher. A tap from Savia, just a little bit wide. So yes, Lions have recruited Ellen Hepburn from Gold Coast City and Jamila Riley. Gold Coast United, they've also done some excellent recruiting themselves. I'll get to them in just a moment. Aimless ball in there, no problem for Keely Hawkins. Deanna Thompson looks to be playing wide on the right. Last season playing for South, she played the majority of the football on the left-hand side. It's in a little bit more of an attacking role. Thompson's playing a little bit deeper this season. So Deanna Thompson and Eloise Fryer, both played for Souths last season. Have been recruited by Michael Cook. He's come home. Both girls originally from the Gold Coast. Fryer cuts out that through ball. Thompson now coming across field. Possession's turned over. So yes, the coach of Gold Coast United, Michael Cook, was the coach of Peninsula Power last season, the dominating Peninsula Power of last season, who only drew one game the entire season, and that was, of course, to UQFC. Michael was telling me pre-game he actually grew up on the Gold Coast. Although he was living at North Lakes in the past couple of years, saw an opportunity to go back down to the Gold Coast with this club. Took it with both hands. It's been very impressive the way that the committee of Gold Coast United have built their club. Everything that you see on social media, extremely impressive. All the players at the club had a fit-out day earlier this year, where everyone was measured up. Everyone should have good fitting kit. Turned over in midfield. Chapman just holding up play. Held up well there by Charlotte Rayner. One slinger ball out wide left, looking for Hecher. That'll be our first corner of the game. So the sun just starting to disappear here at Richlands. Thankfully. In our position here, we can fully open up our eyes now. So this corner comes in. Headed away by Fryer. Ball comes back in though. A little bit of work there for Keely Hawkins. Got trapped underneath the ball. Popovic couldn't quite get the important touch. And that's a poor goal kick there by Gold Coast. Chance for Popovic. She'll score. Lions have opened the scoring.
First goal of the match scored by number 15, Lana Harch.
Well, a simple mistake there from Gold Coast United. Taking their goal kick early. And Lions have made them pay. So the home team take an early lead. Gold Coast looking to put on a quick response. Nice dribble there from McGilligan. Weak shot from a long way out though. So just some simple early pressure from Lions has paid dividends for them early. As they earn another free kick. Gold Coast will have to be careful here. Just need to settle play down, put a good 5 minutes together. As Rayner knocks the ball out of play. Hogg. Lions will look to switch. He's back through Horsey and Riley. Jamila Riley played more as a right back last season. So I'll take interest and check out her performances as a centre back this year. Horsey finds Riding. The first touch attempt just goes straight through to Keely Hawkins. Keely Hawkins puts Nisa Doyle under a little bit of pressure. Has to go back. Keely Hawkins gets her clearance in just in time. Good use of the body there from Elliston. This is good from Gold Coast, just playing a little bit of keep ball. And now the space opens up. This is Shrimpton. Kingfield for McGilligan. Through ball from Elliston, finds Thompson, who puts in a first-time cross. Lines were sharp enough. This is Popovic. You are, of course, watching this game via Facebook. The offside flag goes up. So yes, we welcome your comments. Let us know where you're watching this game from, particularly if you're beyond the Queensland borders. I'd love to read about the international viewers that we have for these games. Have a conversation amongst yourselves. I'll be checking them out at halftime. I might even give a shout out to anyone who's watching from any exotic locations. If you do find the comments annoying or they're blocking the score, all you need to do is swipe right if you're watching on a mobile device. You should be able to see the score from there. It is, of course, 1-0 to Lions at the moment. A pretty good standard of play so far. Both teams showing plenty of skill, application. Referee Schofield looks like she might be just getting the substitutes to clear the space. Gold Coast struggling a little bit at the moment just to get the ball beyond the midfield. Set piece opportunity now for Lions. Popovic is over the ball. Lions committing plenty of numbers forward. And that ball runs out of play. Strange header there from Nisa Doyle. Definitely did not go in the direction that she intended. Fryer goes long. Thompson. Can't get a crossfield ball. Beyond the Lions' defence. The Lions again will try and work the ball out. Very technical side Lions. To Savia. As the lights come on here at Richlands. Hogg goes back inside for Savia. Triangles created by Riding. Lions will get another opportunity. Savia wants to get on her right boot. Shrimpton will win that battle. Gilligan. She had options long and options short. In the end, she chose neither. Riding with the through ball. Long range attempt from Savia. Well wide. The Gold Coast are their own worst enemies at the moment. Turning over the ball in dangerous places. Keely Hawkins goes short again. And again, Gold Coast turn it over. Having to work really hard just to get the ball out of their defensive third. Now here's an opportunity. Going out wide for Thompson. It's too hard for her to handle. Lions will stream quickly forward. Riding's onside. She's got to Savia if she can find her. It was neither a cross nor a shot. It looks like a corner's been given. Perhaps Keely Hawkins fumbled the ball over the line. Corner ball comes in. Cleared by Gold Coast. Long range attempt. Still in play. Nice for Morton. The cross was cleared by Fryer. Chance now for Gold Coast to settle. The first touch of the Gold Coast players just seems to be letting them down a little bit. It's giving Lions an opportunity to steal the ball. Nice skills from McGilligan. She's got Rayner. Can't quite find her. Again, Lions will come forward. This is Hecher. Tries to put the ball in behind United defence. Lions are able to keep the ball in the Gold Coast defensive third. So there was one game played in round 3 of the NPLW Queensland last night. That was at Walter Park. The Morton Bay Jets had a 4-2 victory over Logan. The Spies told me that Logan were very good for the first half hour. The score was 1-1 at the break. And in the second half, Morton Bay pulled away to get a deserved 3 points. It's been a good start from the Jets. A lot of these new teams to the competition are racking up points early. Riding now, looking to create a little bit of space for herself. She puts in a long-range attempt. Not quite the curl. She's so dangerous. Former W League player for Canberra United. She was such an integral figure of Easts and Suburbs campaign last season. Practically, you could sense during a game that Riding was just carrying the team on her shoulders and felt the responsibility of pulling out results for that team. She had some able deputies. But there was no question as to who was the senior player in that side. She's already off to a blinding start in this competition. She scored 7 goals already. In fact, in the first game against Capalaba, she had 4 goals and 4 assists. Lions again. Shot comes in, but it's weak. No problem for Keely Hawkins. That kick goes out of play. Coach Michael Cook should be a little bit concerned about his side at the moment. They're definitely, clearly second best in this contest so far. These two sides played a pre-season game against each other. That was 4-4. When you've got as many attacking weapons as Lions do, it's been extremely difficult to keep them all at bay. It's a poor corner. Doyle only had one option. That was McGilligan, and she couldn't find her. Another free kick to Lions. So another set-piece opportunity here. Right in the centre of the box. Shot comes in. Again, not quite the power. And Gold Coast will consider themselves fortunate that they're only 1-0 down at the moment. Plenty of opportunities coming for the team in orange. And this free kick will give them a Gold Coast an opportunity to settle play down, but again they take it quickly. You'd like them to just take a moment, get themselves composed. So they've turned over possession, and Helen Hepburn was on her heels. McGilliott's come up limping after that. Yes, so Lions nearly gifting Gold Coast a real opportunity there. Lovely 1-2 played. This is McGilligan with space. She should take on the shot, but she tries to go back inside. And it was Atkins that was the player that was down before. McGilligan went down after that challenge, and she's back on her feet. Not running at full pace though. runs out of play. The score's currently 1-0 to Lions. Thank you for tuning in this evening. We're streaming 2 games tonight. At 7:15, we'll be bringing you FQPL coverage. Once again, very patient. Nice little touch on there from Savia. Couldn't quite find Morton. Shrimpton. He's going to get the return ball. A little bit of space. Good touch there, finding Atkins. It's Atkins v Horsey, still going. Unfortunately, the ball runs out of play. Well, a good sign there for Gold Coast United. As Lions have a player down. It's to Savia, she's back on her feet. Looks like a touch of cramp. Riley with the straight touch. Gold Coast look to put together a good little passage here. Good 5 minutes. All that momentum's wasted. That through ball going straight through to Hepburn. The forward runs here from Lions, not being honoured. This one will be. Hecher, she hasn't got too much in front of her though. But with a great pass, finds Riding. Ball sits up nicely. The shot from Chapman. Straight into the mitt of Megan Keeley Hawkins. And again, the distribution from Gold Coast out of goals, letting themselves down. I think that was Popovich with the quick touch. Couldn't quite get her shot on target. As Fry comes back, and again, ball's gifted straight back to Lions. Gold Coast win it back. And promptly turn it over. Chance now for Gold Coast. Friars over the halfway line. McGilly getting space. Not quite the communication required there. Atkins going in one direction, the ball going in another. So still 1-0 Lions here. Gold Coast are just hanging in. I think after that first goal went in, if you offered Michael Cook the chance to go in 1-0 at half-time, I think he'd probably take it. A strong performance from Lions so far. Gold Coast not quite gelling as a unit. A few too many stray passes and first touches bobbling. We'll see if they can work their way into the game. Gold Coast have scored a lot of second half goals. Hogg got shunted off the ball by Forsyth. Lions will have a free kick. Yellow card there for Joy Forsyth. It seemed a little harsh. Deanna Thompson's already earned herself a red card this season. 2 yellow cards in her first game. I'll come back to that in a moment. This free kick is about to come in. It's a deep shot. And almost over the line. Our penalty's been given. Well, it looks like the penalty's been given for handball. Nisa Doyle's trying to say that it came off the shoulder. Keely Hawkins is down. Attention's been called for. So the wind got picked up just as that free kick was coming in, which sent it a lot deeper than the players were expecting. Keely Hawkins having to move backwards. Got clattered. Could have been by both Lions and Gold Coast players. The players are taking this opportunity to take some liquid refreshment. If you pay attention to body language, the Lions players went straight over to collect their drinks. The Gold Coast players moved over in dribs and drabs. When you've just conceded a penalty, I guess your heads would be down a little bit. So a chance now for Lions to go 2 goals up. Keely Hawkins is up on her feet. She's holding her right shoulder. Captain Doyle's over, just checking on her, seeing if she's able to take this penalty. Looks like she'll be right to continue. So it's Morton that's going to take the penalty for Lions. Morton comes in and scores. Lions take a 2-goal lead. She went to Keely Hawkins' right-hand side, which is probably a smart move, considering that's the side where she'd injured her shoulder. And she gets up grabbing at it. I wonder if she's going to be right to continue. Looks to be in a lot of bother. She does seem determined to continue though. So the home side take a 2-goal lead. Probably deserving considering the domination of their play. Deanna Thompson moves over to the left-hand side now. And immediately, Gold Coast United earn a corner. So good opportunity here for United to come right back into this game. I know that Coach Michael Cook's places a lot of importance on set pieces. Forsyth with a weak shot. The Lions use all their experience to play the ball out of danger. So yes, Michael Cook's Peninsula Power side scored a lot of goals from corners last year. Had some very interesting formations and tactical setups for those set pieces. I expect we'll see them again this year as the ball's turned over again. It's McGilligan. Lions getting plenty of numbers back though. Hepburn had to come out quickly. Atkins was charging her down. Good first touch there from Savia. Morton couldn't get the ball in behind the Gold Coast defence. McGilligan. She's only got Atkins in the middle. Puts in a shot. Hepburn comes across in cover. Expecting a big season from Hepburn. Two players going hard there. This play stopped. I think that might have been Deanna Thompson. So yes, Deanna Thompson earned 2 yellow cards in the first game. One was for a ball that she'd kicked away, which after the referee called a stop to play, so she claims it was an accident. And the second yellow was for colliding with the Mitchelton goalkeeper. Again, she said it was a 50-50 ball. So not surprisingly, she pleaded innocent to both charges. The referee didn't see it that way. She had last week off. So yes, in about half an hour we'll be bringing you FQPL action. Rafe Griffins getting ready to bring you coverage of that game. So yes, the second half you'll have the choice of two games. There's this one and the FQPL. Thompson needs help off the field here. Possibly an ankle or a knee. Looks like she's going to have to be substituted. That's a disaster for Gold Coast. She's such an attacking weapon. 3 seasons ago for South, she won the Golden Boot. Has always been in the goals. Yes, that looks very nasty, and she will be substituted.
Substitution for Gold Coast United, number 10, Deanna Thompson.
So it's Krista Ray on the field. Just a couple of minutes before the half-time break. It's currently 2-0 to Lions. We might see a little bit of injury time here, I expect. Like that can put a real dent in the atmosphere of a game. The Crowd were getting right into this game, but since that injury to Thompson, things have gone a little bit quiet, so it might take a couple of minutes for them to get back into things. Full size with a touch a little bit too strong. Free kick here to Gold Coast. And just before the break, this is an opportunity that you'd hope that the Gold Coast would commit a few resources to, throw a few bodies forward. Looks like Gold Coast keeping plenty of numbers back. Four players hovering just outside the box. Free kick comes in. Straight at Hepburn though. And disappointing result for Gold Coast. Hepburn's throw. Straight to Shrimpton. Gold Coast will line up again though. That's Elliston. Safety first by the Lions defence. Turn there from Atkins. A free kick's been given. Referee Sculford wanted to have a look at it first, seeing if perhaps she could play advantage. Selected to give Gold Coast the free kick. Now let's see if this time Gold Coast commits some numbers forward. This is a much better position than last. And yes, Lions are committing all their numbers back. The free kick comes in. And Lions just creating a wall with their numbers. Again, disappointingly, the ball goes out of play. Offside flag goes up. Riding going just a fraction early. Again, Gold Coast unable to keep a handle on the ball. They've turned over possession again. Expect the Lions to keep things pretty simple here. Take play into half time. So they enjoy their 2-0 lead. Expect Michael Cook will be focusing on the technical abilities of their players and their ability to link up with each other. As Morton's in the box. Yes, Joe Savia will definitely be the happier of the two coaches. Side's purring along just nicely. This long range attempt from Riding goes wide. Steady as she goes here from Lions. Bossing possession. Doing most of the right things without being in scintillating form. It's the visitors Gold Coast that have it all to do in the second half. This is Angelica Brown. She's the US import. Underway. Trying to keep the ball in their attacking third. They give up a goal kick. Hepburn going straight down the middle. Not too much length in that delivery. Brown. Fryer. Finding Rayner. He's earned a free kick. So another set piece opportunity here for Gold Coast. This is about their third in the last 5 minutes. Now the ball's been placed in the correct position. Hepburn can set her wall. Wonder if Brown's going to attempt a shot here. She goes for it. Off the post! And Rue couldn't quite get a touch. Couldn't quite get the control to pull off a shot. Well, a good strike there from Brown. Passage of play here from South. They're able to keep the ball out of their defensive half. Putting on a little bit of pressure. I did mention before that they've been warming into games. We see a bit more of this in the second half. And those from the coast will be well pleased. Riding going for a run. And there it is. After 45 minutes here at Richland Stadium, it's the home side. Lions FC with a 2-goal lead. Goals from Savia and a penalty from Kate Morton. So we'll be back here very shortly with the second half. Stick around. We've got a good game going on here. We'll see you soon.
We swear by our range, we swear by our service, and of course, we swear by our prices, so you'll know that you're buying at the best price every day. Total Tools, every tool, every trade.
I could watch them all day, even though here, you don't feel like you need to. These are the moments I'll remember. You see, to me, it's not so much just having us all together, but finding a place that really brings us together. That's what makes Oaks Oasis special. When you only get a few chances, it's important to make them count. After all, memories don't make themselves.
Today. Audi, adding mini roos. Mini Star. Oh, Mini Star. Ah! Audi. Dream team.
Reckon your kid could do better than Archie? We're looking for 4 mini stars to join the Aldi Mini-Roos Dream Team. If your kid's between 4 and 11, loves football, get them to make a video.
2 minutes max.
Showing us why they've got what it takes. If they're picked, they'll be part of the Aldi Mini-Roos Dream Team and the face of Aldi's wheat biscuits.
I thought I was meant to be on the box.
Take a look around. This is it. Our ground. Our home. Before you get out, really take a look at each other. Remember this right here. Your club, your colours, your mates. We look after each other, no matter what. Shoulder to shoulder. Together. It's what makes us stronger. So when the time comes, remember, each and every one of you is doing this for each other. You're doing it for the club. Because moments come and go, but this club, our great club, is forever. Is your club a good sports club?
Swear a lot at Total Tools. We swear by our range. We swear by our service. And of course, we swear by our prices. So you'll know that you're buying at the best price every day. Total Tools. Every tool, every trade.
I could watch them all day. Even though here, you don't feel like you need to. These are the moments I'll remember. You see, to me, it's not so much just having us all together, but finding a place that really brings us together. That's what makes Oaks Oasis special. When you only get a few chances, it's important to make them count. After all, memories don't make themselves.
Today. Audi, adding in Rouge, Mini Star. Oh, Mini Star. Ah! Audi. Dream team.
Reckon your kid could do better than Archie? We're looking for 4 mini stars to join the LD Mini Roos Dream Team. If your kid's between 4 and 11 loves football, get them to make a video.
2 minutes max.
Showing us why they've got what it takes. If they're picked, they'll be part of the LD Mini Roos Dream Team and the face of LD's Wheat Biscuits.
I thought I was meant to be on the box.
Take a look around. This is it. Our ground. Our home. Before you get out, really take a look at each other. Remember this right here. Your club, your colours, your mates. We look after each other, no matter what. Shoulder to shoulder. Together. It's what makes us stronger. So when the time comes, remember, each and every one of you is doing this for each other. You're doing it for the club. Because moments come and go, but this club, our great club, is forever. Is your club a good sports club?
Referees and players getting ready for the second half here at Richland Stadium. There's of course 2-0 to the home team. Pretty strong performance by the home side in the first half. Well worth their 2-goal advantage. As the Lions players can make their way out from the change rooms. Back out onto the field. We of course covered just the one game here last season when UQFC were playing their matches out of this field. The renovations were almost complete at that time, and they are obviously all complete now. The stadium just looks sensational. The pitch has always been great here at Richlands, but it's gone up a level this year. Looking just as good as the one that we saw last night at Redlands. The pitch has always been a billiard table, but the pitch here is just beginning to match it. Now, of course, streaming 2 matches tonight. About 7:15, Rafe Griffin will be bringing you FQPL action. It's going to be South United up against the Holland Park Hawks. Of course, Kade Iochi up against Marek Madley. 2 great strikers of that competition. I know Marek Madley is certainly in a rich vein of form at the moment. It'll be a good game to watch. Well, we hope you stick around here for the second half. Certainly plenty of attacking enterprise on show here. It's happened in most fixtures in this part of the season. One side's had a fitness advantage over the other, and plenty of goals have been scored in the last 20 minutes of games. So though it's currently 2-0, if you were a betting person, I'd expect a few more to be piled on between now and full time.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of our game. Lions are leading 2-0.
We're underway in the second half. Tegan Riding takes a turn, goes back to her defence. As Lions again look to work the ball out from deep. Jamila Riley. Chapman. Can't evade 3 Gold Coast defenders. She was swarmed then. Good through ball there. Finding McGilligan. Brown. Ball cut out well by Morton. Riding. Lions have got players in space. Some good physical work there from Ellie Fryer. That was a good opportunity missed there by Lions. Marielle Hecher was making plenty of space down the left-hand side. Couldn't be found by a teammate though. So yes, thank you for your first half comments. Been reading through them at half time, and I can't believe some of the places that people are watching this game from. Have we really got 2 people watching this game from Kodiak, Alaska? Anyway, we appreciate your company if you are. Brown sends a long ball forward. Chance now for Gold Coast. Hepburn got down low and had to be strong. Took that ball straight into the bread basket. Chance now for Lions to counter. But yeah, since going 2-0 down, Gold Coast United starting. Put a few passages of play together. That was a good opportunity. Mentioned in the first half that in their first game they conceded 4 goals in the first 6 minutes of their game against Mitchelton. Since then they've been pretty good. So perhaps we'll see this side working their way into the game. Scored most of their goals in the second half, so stick around. This game isn't over yet by any stretch. Brown makes a timely intervention. Gold Coast, they've got a few numbers here. They've got 5 forward now. All finding Rouet. Can't find her. Forsyth gets a touch. Allows Misa Doyle to break up play there. Here come Lions. This is to Savia. Again, good intervention from Fryer. Some lovely play there from Chapman. Hecher not quite sure where to go. She does turn ball over with her indecision. This is Forsyth. Ball in behind. Finding Suero. Again, Hepburn having a little bit more work to do this half already. Just reading up on Lua Suero. Her nickname Suarez. Her favourite player is, in fact, Luis Suarez, who she's met. Had a bit of a conversation with him. Part of the Olympic setup last season. A member of is it the Tim Cahill All-Stars, I believe. So she has Tim Cahill as a mentor. Again, poor clearance. Sets it up nicely for Hecher. Crossfield ball, can't quite find a player, but now it's in the back of the net. Lions have their third. Looks like Popovich with the goal.
Goal for Lions, scored by number 17, Jessica Hogg.
In fact, it's Jessica Hogg. So Lions go 3 goals up. Breakdown in play again by Gold Coast. Hecher working in behind the Gold Coast defence. Crossfield ball in behind the runners. Jessica Hogg in the right place at the right time. Puts the ball past Keely Hawkins. It's really time for United to stand up here and show some defensive mettle. They've been good for the past 20 minutes of this game. Again, it's just their inability to maintain possession out of defence. creating a turnover, and this time they were made to pay. Hepburn comes out. Well, and Hepburn had a good year last year. She showed promises of being a very strong player. I'm hoping that this year she can really stamp herself on this league. Jessica Hogg comes off, the goal scorer.
Substitution for Lions number 12, Elizabeth Schiavo replaces number 17.
Chance now for Elizabeth Schiavo to come on the field. Pip, as she's known. Lions coach Joe Savia has got a very strong bench. A lot of players to keep happy. Here's a chance now for Gold Coast. Ball still in play. Worked well there by Lions. Hecher's trying to get herself free. Lions choosing to play the ball short. Resisting the temptation to go long, but they do so now. In between the two defenders. Sits up nicely for Riding. And strong defensive work there by Nisa Doyle. Very well done. Riding stayed down. I think she's going to be okay though. It's a wonderful play there from Lions FC. Working their way. Short passes through the backfield. Defence left a big gap right through the middle. And searching long ball. Created the opportunity. Doyle with a great challenge. Schiavo was the offender there. Brown stands over the ball. Gold Coast forwards pretty well spread out. Managed to find a teammate though. Here come Lions. Hecher coming back in field. Finding Harch. That crossfield ball couldn't quite find its target. Lions will get the ball back though. Like Harch might have been taking on a shot there, but elected not to. Oh, lovely touch there from Hecher. Creating a little bit of space for herself. That ball's still in play. No offside's given. There's a chance. Shot's blocked. Lions will set up again. Popovic almost with the risky pass. Settling free kick here for Gold Coast. Searching ball from Fryer. In for McGilligan. Gold Coast, although they're being shaded in this contest, still battling on. There's a bit to like about this side. Looking forward to seeing them in the second half of the season when they have gelled and got their interplay fully sorted out. And their patterns of play all bedded in. Another chance now for Lyons and Riding. Riding's got two players in the middle. Good cross. Keely Hawkins can't collect though. Keely Hawkins was about to throw, and I think she might have remembered that she banged up her shoulder pretty bad in the first half. It's turned over by Brown. You can see why Lions have scored plenty of goals so far in this competition, can't you? They just look so fluent up front, so much pace. Hecher's having a little go in the middle now. Lions getting bodies in the way. Cross in, enough Lions players there to clear the danger. Looks like it'll come back in again. Again, a compact defence there from Lions. Hecher, she's going forward up one end, and the defensive line at the other. Hecher, of course, is Brazilian. There's a promotional poster of her I saw on Facebook during the week of promoting a futsal tournament that she was playing in, and she was listed as the superstar of the competition. I think she's shown already tonight that she utilises those skills well. Extremely good on the ball. Talking to her about it last year, she has to alter her technique. This last season was her first playing outdoor football and playing with the lighter ball. She had to learn how to kick the ball correctly. Different technique, hitting the ball in from a different position. He sees the ball out of play. So yes, Mario Hecher, very exciting player to watch. Expect her to turn on a few more skills in the second half. Savia keeping the ball in play. Elliston working hard to win possession back for Gold Coast. And they switch. This is Shrimpton. Gold Coast turning it over. And if Riding can get a touch, which she can't. Ellie Fryer showing her true value there. Lions will come again. Offside flag should go up, and it does. Savia well offside there. Taken quickly by Gold Coast. I think that's caught Lions a little unawares. Isidore couldn't quite maintain possession there. As a result, they've turned the ball over. free kick now. Let's see if the Gold Coast can put some scoreboard pressure on here as referee Schofield takes a touch. Gets involved in the play, and as a result, Lions have possession. Forsyth had to check herself a couple of times there to make that clearance. A bit of a swirly wind here tonight. Again, Fryer so solid with her defensive work. Poor touch there from Ruag. Giving the ball back to Lions. It's not what Gold Coast need at the moment. Hecher. Hecher with the return ball. Tries a long range shot. Tegan Riding asks, why didn't you look for the pass to me? Hecher apologises. Another poor clearance from Keely Hawkins. I wonder what... I'm pretty sure I can guess what she's going to be doing in training this week. First time ball from Ruay. Again, doesn't link up with the teammate. Doesn't have a lot of movement in front of her. So she just launches the ball straight down the middle of the field. The Lions have got plenty of numbers. So again, it's another testing period here for Gold Coast. 3-0 down. It'll be interesting to see what sort of resolve they've got in this next 10 minutes or so, if they can keep battling on, or if their heads will drop. Their work rate probably isn't what it should be. There's enough skill in this team to cause Lions a few problems. Here comes Forsyth. Will she go for a run? She finds Atkins. And Forsyth playing keep ball. But then the play's wasted with a long ball straight to Horsey. This is Riding. Riding again, receiving the 1-2. First time cross. Didn't quite set up nicely for Hecher. Good idea though. The variety in Lions play. Trying lots of different things. Going through the middle. Going out wide, putting in crosses. A lot of interplay between the forwards as well as they're taking up different positions on the field. As Lions make a substitution. Jana Popovic will be the one to come off.
Substitution for Lions, number 16, Ivni Kenman replaces number 11, Vedrana Popovic. Score remains at Lions 3.
Kenman comes on. So we're 2/3 of the way through this game. It's currently Lions 3-0. We hope you're enjoying our coverage of the NPLW Queensland. This is round 3. Lions FC against Gold Coast United. 2 new teams to the competition. Although both clubs are new, there's a lot of familiar faces. Looks like Hecher's gone down. Coach Joe Savia is calling his players over, giving them a little bit of advice. Perhaps take in a bit of liquid. Gold Coast players are also going over to their bench. Just while there is a break in play, I think we might have a little bit of a chat about some of the coverage of this league this season. I'll be this season conducting post-game interviews with the coaches. I'll be doing them Facebook Live, and I do that through a site called Funny Old Game. If you look them up on Facebook, we'll see, probably there's 2 interviews up there at the moment. One that I did from round 1, which was a Facebook Live video with Mudra coach David Thompson. Did a sound recording of the one with Rob Askew. I'll try and get both of these coaches tonight via Facebook Live. They both give excellent interviews. Football Nation Radio, which is a fantastic online radio station talking about the world game in Australia. Angela Batchich gives a weekly roundup of the competition. I think she normally does that on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. She does about a 10-minute interview covering all the results. Unfortunately, Football Click has no coverage of the competition. Now, I've got in touch with editor Michael Flynn and asked him about that, and he simply said that he doesn't have any staff to cover this league. So if you're out there and you're wanting to make your way as a journalist, then get in touch with Football Click. Michael Flynn would certainly love to hear from you, because at the moment, that page is giving this league no coverage, and this league certainly deserves plenty of coverage. Some excellent players in this league deserve all the exposure that they can get. So we come back into the play. Can Riding keep the ball in? She can. Sitting up nicely. Shot goes over the top. Goal kick's given. Thought I heard a whistle there during as that cross came in. No, it seems the play was allowed to continue. Should also mention that the Funny Old Game give a weekly wrap of this league as well through Fern Berman. If anyone took note of, chance now for Riding. Soft touch with the outside of the boot. Not enough to get past Keely Hawkins. So yes, Fern Berman provided excellent coverage of the Brisbane competition in the past couple of years. And they've taken up the quill and are covering the NPLW Queensland this year. So look out for those articles. Gold Coast just lacking that attacking edge. Getting in good positions, but they're just unable to penetrate this Lions defence. Harch. Intensity of this game seems to have picked up in the past couple of minutes. That drinks break seems to have served the players well. Gold Coast are remaining in this contest. Hecher. Couldn't quite get the follow-up. No fouls given. Brown held a position well. And again, a ball going in behind the Lions' defence, but there's no Gold Coast runners to take advantage of the situation. Hecher, she's coming alive in the second half. There she is again. Hecher. Corner's given. Thought Lions might have got a little bit more as Hecher went down. For Lions, it's just a corner. Lions a little unsure as to how many numbers they're going to commit to this. Sticking with 4 in the box. Cleared by Atkins. Fryer. Lovely pass, finding a teammate. Possession is surrendered. Hecher working hard. Playing the ball out wide. Riding, couldn't quite get a touch. Play's held up. Got a player down. That's Captain Nisa Doyle. Just trying to see what's injured there. Looks like it might be her knee. Nisa spent the first part of last season out with an injury. And a graduated return to the competition. Looks like she might have to come off. Another enforced substitution here for Gold Coast. Ideally, Michael Cook would like her on the field. He hasn't quite rung the change yet. And teammates are all standing around. Wondering who's going to come on. Of course, Deanna Thompson went off in the first half. So Gold Coast are going to continue with 10 players. Well, they've already made their substitutions. Very unfortunate. They've worked so hard in this game. And there's an opportunity for them now. Atkins. Again, Lions back in numbers. Lions will win this game simply because they've outworked Gold Coast. Their ability to get up and down the field is notable. Harch took one up straight in the face. Horsey will look to clear. Riding, getting in position to take that ball. Lions have a free kick. Lions look to be warming up their third substitute. Riding goes for a run. A little trip there. Seen by referee Schofield. Yellow card gets given. Lions were looking to take that quickly. Looks like Doyle's coming back on the field. She's taking up the forward position. She has played striker before. Free kick comes in. Keely Hawkins comes out to collect. Again, it looks like Keely Hawkins' first instinct is to throw the ball, but remembering that she got a shoulder injury in the first half, she's then having to collect herself and then go short with an underarm. That will be a goal kick. A lot of people in the crowd were asking for a corner there. So 10 minutes to go in this game. Currently Lions at Gold Coast 3-0. As Lions make their final substitute.
Substitution for Lions, number 15, Lana Harch is replaced by
Lana Harch is the player coming off.
Marina Maggio. Score remains Lions 3, Gold Coast.
Maggio will come on to see some game time. Looks like Gold Coast did have a substitute left. I thought they'd only made 2. And it's going to be in goals. So Megan Keely Hawkins comes off. Perhaps Imogen Braithwaite's the player that's come on there. I'll have to check that.
Substitution for Gold Coast, number 1, Megan Keely Hawkins, who is replaced by Imogen Braithwaite.
Confirmation that is Braithwaite. It's come on the field. So in the next 3 games, Lions will play another blockbuster against Mitchelton. They'll be played at Terrelba Park. And Tegan Riding will have a homecoming as they host the Tigers. And they take on the Sunshine Coast Wanderers. when they go up north. Gold Coast, they've got a great match next week. They're hosting Morton Bay Jets. They're putting some results together, and they showing that they can make a real impact in this competition. The cross comes in, sits up nicely for Hecher. It takes on the shot. Braithwaite elects not to pick up. I'm wondering if she's not a specialist goalkeeper. I don't think she is. Lions sharing the ball around their teammates. They do it so simply, so easily. Another chance here for Riding. Gold Coast are able to clear. This line side, such a joy to watch. So many talented, skillful players all across the park. They've also got a bench that's worthy of starting places in other teams as well. That's going to be the difficulty for Joe Savia, is creating enough opportunities for this team and keeping them all together. Kirsten Jamison hasn't had a run tonight. And 2 seasons ago, she scored something like 60 goals in this league. So plenty of firepower in this Lions lineup. Ball's turned over there by Forsyth. Sits up nicely, but the offside flag goes up. Savia straying offside. Very interested in your thoughts on the player of the match tonight. You're watching this game via Facebook Live. You're allowed to make comments. Let me know who your player of the match was. Who's impressed you tonight? Gold Coast perhaps looking for a consolation. Lovely through ball. And they've scored! Megan McGilligan gets a consolation goal for Gold Coast United. Well, they've stuck to their task this evening and they've earned that. And finally, we get to see some interplay in the attacking third, and they've been rewarded with a goal.
Goal scorer for Gold Coast United, number 17, Georgia Austin.
Meg McGilligan scored that goal. Unfortunately, the ground announcer hasn't quite got it right.
17,
Meg McGilligan scored a double last week. Gold Coast, let's come forward again.
Lions 3, Gold Coast 1.
Horsey doing all the defensive work there, nice and late. Lions look to play out of defence again. Plenty of space here. Hecher just leaving the ball behind her. Free kick given away there by Gold Coast. Savia was the player that went down. Well, that goal's good consolation there for Gold Coast United. They have been second best in this contest, but they've battled hard. And that goal is a portent of things to come for them. Their interplay in the attacking third has just been non-existent. They haven't quite had the runners, haven't quite had the trickery with their passing moves. That was a lovely piece of play. Coast clear again, but it's only as far as Chapman. And here come Gold Coast again. We've got the sniff for goals now. A little bit more purpose in their attacking play. It's up nicely. Long shot comes in and they've scored. McGilligan gets a second. And with a couple of minutes to go, it's now 3-2. Well, the Lions have been cruising throughout this game. And now that Gold Coast United are putting some attacking moves together, showing a bit of cohesion, we're in for a grandstand finish. Well, who could have seen that coming? That's why we love this game. So Lions are going to have to keep things tight, keep working hard. Gold Coast United have really got their tails up now. They're showing an intensity to their play not seen for the first 5 minutes of the game. That ball's kicked straight into the back of Schiavo. Gold Coast have possession now. A touch goes astray. Gold Coast got perhaps a little bit too excited there. Strong challenge there from Kenman. Lions just need to settle things down here. They don't need a fourth, but looks like they're going to go for it. This is riding. Back for Chapman. Cross in. Dimage and Braithwaite in goals. Does not fill me with confidence. I think Lions, all they need to do is get a shot on target and they might get their sealer. But here come the Gold Coast. Suero. Again, Gold Coast turning over possession. Lions going long when they don't need to. Both teams getting a little bit excited. Perhaps should be a little bit smarter with the ball. Hecher with a lovely touch, creates a world of space for herself. Puts the ball out for riding. Joe Savia is calling for the team to take the ball to the corner. The players are looking for that fourth. We're in injury time now, of which there have been a couple. I would expect there to be around about 4 minutes injury time. Schiavo. Forsyth winning the ball for Gold Coast. This could perhaps be their last chance. Atkins. She's got two in front of her. She can't pick out a teammate. Perhaps down the line would have been the better option. She went infield where there were plenty of Lions players. As Georgia Chapman earns herself a yellow card. So we'll see now if Lions can play the percentages. Just slow play down and see out this game. Gold Coast are communicating well amongst themselves. Showing an intensity not seen the other 80 or 90 minutes of this game. This could perhaps be their last chance now. Free kick. Taken quickly. That'll be a yellow card. That went to Schiavo for interrupting the play inside the 10 metres. Gold Coast going along now. Brown's over the ball. Her shot in the first half hit the post. Imagine if that would have gone in. Gold Coast committing numbers forward. Ball comes in. Lions get bodies in the way. That'll be it. Well, what looked like a routine victory for the home side turned into a bit of a struggle at the end. Lions FC went out to a 3-goal lead before a late fight back by the visiting Gold Coast United created a 3-2 scoreline. Good contest from both teams. Thank you for tuning in this evening. My name's Darren Lutton on behalf of the Double Take team. Look forward to your company next week. Don't forget, of course, there is another match being live streamed at the moment. It's South United against Holland Park Hawks in the FQPL. We'll see you next week.
Actually, it'll be next Saturday at 6 o'clock for the senior girls at Mitchelton.